Alright, so I guess this is another episode of Maddox Time. It seems like I always do these under, unfortunate situations when things aren't going well. I should probably sit down and talk when things are going well. But before I get to all of that, I'm here in Boulder. This weekend on Saturday is 70.3 Boulder. After Chattanooga 3 weeks ago, had a great race. I was super excited to be back from injury. And racing again. It was kind of a shock to the system. We put out a couple videos about Chattanooga, so definitely check those out. But right now I'm in Boulder. The plan was to go directly from Tennessee out here to Colorado and train for a couple weeks, get acclimated to the altitude, and then race Boulder. Jenna is not here with me. She's actually on the road driving to Omaha, Nebraska with our friend Alex, and they're going to be racing USAT Multisport Festival, which is basically a collection of races, Olympic distance and under. Now they have draft legal races, the aqua bike, the aquathlon, a collection of national championship races, which Jenna is going to be competing for the national championship in a few events, including the mixed team relay, which Working Triathlete has dominated the last couple years. So we'll be keeping close tabs on Jenna racing this week. And Alex. Well, I wanted to sit down and chat because 2 days after Chattanooga, had a really silly accident. I won't get into details because it is embarrassing. If you're super curious about what happened, just DM me. Silly, stupid things happen to everybody that result in injury, but this one I got up, I thought it was okay. I had severe lack of range of motion in my elbow about 10 minutes after. It was kind of concerning, but I've had something like this happen to me before, where it tenses up, things get swollen, and then you ice it, and it starts to calm down. At first I was like, oh, I'm frustrated, I have to rest for a little bit, but you know what? I'm flying to Boulder the next day, I can rest there, things will be good, which is exactly what I did. I didn't move my flight around or anything, and I just got on the plane with all my stuff and traveled straight to Boulder, Colorado. Yeah, I'm staying here in Boulder with my friends Todd and Audrey. Todd is another professional triathlete, also in his second year. We're teammates, we're friends, we're staying here, and Audrey, his wife, who's also a competitive athlete here in Boulder. That's the garage that I'm in right now. This is not my garage, but I propped it up to make it look like it's my garage. When I arrived, Audrey came down with a little illness, so she stayed in the bedroom. Todd and I kind of kept our distance to make sure we wouldn't get sick. But of course, about a day after she got sick, she texted us and she's like, I have COVID. So Audrey has COVID, and we're trying to stay away from her. I literally didn't see her for 5 days, but after those 5-ish days, I started to feel a little rough, especially on a run workout that I did. I thought it was just due to the altitude that I was struggling so much. Heart rate was jacked up, couldn't breathe well, couldn't hit my pace. During the workout, I was like, maybe I do have COVID. Maybe I did get it somehow, despite being super safe. But I was like, no, it's the altitude, let's carry on. In hindsight, terrible idea. If you think something is wrong with your body, you should stop. But I got home and tested positive for COVID. So I was quickly forced to go into hibernation myself, get on some medication, painkillers, try to knock out the symptoms, try to test negative as soon as possible so I can get out there and continue prepping. Actually, 2 days later, I was testing negative. So I started out with an easy run, felt not good, but fine, good enough. Then started to hit it hard on the bike a little bit, did some low cadence hill reps just to wake up my body again. Nothing felt good, heart rate was still high, even just on easy stuff, running up hills, and my heart rate jacked up to what it should be above threshold, 10K race pace heart rate on easy runs. And, I was continuing to just kind of get through it. My elbow still was struggling. It was hard to get out of aero, get in and out of aero, put any weight or pressure on it. Just all these signs that things aren't good, but it was getting a little better. I thought it was just kind of a sprain. until it wasn't. Until like a week and a half later, I was like, things aren't getting that much better. I should probably get this checked out. Found a local PT in the area, saw her. She helped kind of get some range of motion back, prescribed me an MRI, which was this morning. And upon review of the MRI, it looks like I have a fracture in my elbow. I don't think it's bad. It was described as minimally displaced, so I probably don't need any intervention, although we're not certain yet. I'm contacting some orthopedists. It's a little difficult because I'm here in Boulder, and the people that I know are in the Bay Area. I have been struggling all morning to try to figure this out and figure out what next steps are, and then after I'm done talking here, I'm going to go back to trying to figure it out. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Recovering from COVID, and a fracture and some ligament tears in my elbow. So I'm not racing Boulder. Probably gonna take it super easy for the remainder of the time that I'm here. I might be able to like go on some hikes or whatever, kind of explore the area, because it is a beautiful area to explore. But besides that, training-wise, I'm kind of at a standstill. This is nowhere near as bad as the break that I had earlier in the year. This one's just stupid and frustrating and is preventing me from racing. I wish I hadn't trained through all of this. I wish I sought medical attention right away. Clarity is the best thing in this sport because we push ourselves so hard that we often forget that we're playing with this line between danger and success. Because when we start to push, ourselves towards like the pinnacle of endurance sport, we're often playing with a lot of risk, and that line gets blurred. So when you do notice things are a little bit off, you need to get them checked out right away. And I'm learning this lesson over and over again the hard way. I've been able to train with the onset and recovering of COVID with a broken elbow is stupid. It is not brave. And yeah, I wish I just kind of figured this out 2 weeks ago. It would have saved me a lot of time, effort, and money, resources that we can't really get back when we, just keep hammering away and pushing forward. So I'm bummed. It is still early in the season. Injuries are part of this. These are all the things I'm just telling myself. I've already been talking with my coach about what we can do moving forward. We have about 8 weeks until Challenge Quebec and 70.3 Maine, which are back-to-back weekends. Signed up for both of those. I'm going to do them. I'm going to race hard. And we have some strategy in place for how we can compete for the win at those races and what I need to do training-wise moving forward. I think this is going to be a minor speed bump, relatively. I know how to move past these things. And it's just one race. It's just 70.3 Boulder. It's the second race back from my bigger injury. I was excited to, get more experience, especially on the bike leg of a pro race and race hard. And this was going to be a fast bike course, which I think is starting to suit my strengths. I was trying to figure out how the hell I was going to get through a swim. I was joking, like if someone just gave me a kickboard, I would love to just kick. But we're moving forward, and we're going to be better. We're going to be a better athlete because of this. Yeah, don't be a hero. Success in triathlon involves the accumulation of good work every day, every week, every month, compounded over time. Stretching yourself to do, this extraordinary amount of work in the span of 1 or 2 weeks doesn't help. What does help is taking care of your body, listening to it, and again, just putting in quality, intentional work over time. If I listened to my body earlier and consulted people that I trust earlier to take care of these things, I wouldn't have set myself back several weeks. And that's the most disappointing part. It's not that I'm not racing this weekend, it's just, looking at the past couple weeks and being like, I could have done a lot more to take care of myself. Because stupid things happen, you have to move past them. Can't let your pride or your goals get in the way of when things are in need of attention, of immediate attention. Yeah, that's it from me. I think all eyes on Jenna now as she takes on USAT Multisport in Omaha. That should be some fun races to pay attention to. She could walk away with, I believe, 4 national titles. She's competing for 4 national championships in multisport, so give it up for Jenna. In the meantime, I'm going to go hang out in Boulder. Best of luck to everybody that's racing Boulder this weekend. I'll be out there cheering. Let me know if you need anything. I'll be around supporting, I guess, for my friends and teammates. Bye.